Welcome to this lecture. Today we are going to deal with these topics little quickly but in detailed approach. My name is Gunjan Subedi and as always I'll be guiding you in this topic with practical explanation and examples when necessary. Before starting, let me kindly remind you to subscribe to my Lean University, which is my initiative to deliver free and quality professional education to your screen.
Okay, in this lecture, I'm going to cover an example of simple box plot. Here, I have the data of GPA of 20 students. This example is done in Minitab 19 version, but the procedure to draw a box plot matches exactly to Minitab 17 or any other versions of Minitab. I'll show you drawing box plot with other version as well. In any case, if you want to draw the box plot, you have to go to the graph and you have to click the box plot. Here an explanation is given. Box plot examines the center and spread of your data. Click on the box plot. Here you can see different types of box plot: simple with groups and with one Y, and simple and with groups with multiple Ys. Here we have only one column, only one Y. I will deal with other types of box plot later on, but first of all, let's click this simple one. Let's click OK. Now our graph variable is GPA, so we can double click it here, or there is another way too. You can click it on the left side and then click the select. Okay, the GPA is drawn into the window of the graph variables. After that, we can see that there are many kinds of options over here: scale, labels, data view, multiple graphs, data options, etc. You can click each of these and can do many things such as adding label, or there may be different kinds of data options here. For simple understanding, I will switch directly to OK. A box plot is generated. This area is a box plot and these protruding lines are called whiskers. Now the bottom lowest part shows the lowest GPA. As we can see here, it's clearly written whiskers to 2.6 and 3.9. That means the lowest value is 2.6 and the highest value is 3.9. N is equal to 20 means there are 20 numbers of data. Now what does this quartile and median denotes? The median denotes that 50% of the students have GPA less than 3.45 and 50% have GPA more than 3.45. Here, the third quartile Q3 is 3.7. That means 25% of the students have GPA more than 3.7, and the first quartile 3.225 means 25% of the students have GPA less than 3.225, or 75% of the students have GPA more than 3.225. So it clearly shows that a box plot is a good way of representation of the spread of the data. So in summary, we can say that box plot is a good way of visually summarizing the spread of the data, median, and the quartile ranges. Now this process is exactly similar in Minitab version 17 and 18. The only difference is in Minitab 17 and higher versions, the box plot is directly generated over this space, whereas in the Minitab 16, 17 and 18 versions, the box plot is generated in a new window. The procedure is exactly same: clicking the graph, box plot, and doing the rest with selection of these windows. In the previous example, we studied how to draw a box plot out of the data given in one column. Now we have two columns here. We have added another categorical value, study hours. So we want to draw a box plot comparing study hours with the GPA. Can we do it? Let's study in detail. For that, as usual, we go to the graph, we click the graph, and then we go to the box plot. In previous example, we dealt with the box plot with this simple tab. Now, as we are comparing GPA with the study hours, we go with the with groups tab. Click on OK. Now in the graph variable, we select the GPA, double click it. In the categorical value, we select the study hours. After clicking OK, you see the following type of box plot. In the y-axis, you have a GPA, and in the x-axis, you have study hours. You clearly see that increase in the study hours increases the GPA level. There might be some exception. For example, a person studying around 7 hours may have a GPA around 3.5, and a person who studies 5 hours may have GPA around 3.8. This is the outlier. This is one outlier of the student who studies only 5 hours. So, by studying only 5 hours a day, he is able to earn a GPA of 3.8. In this information box here, you can see that the data whiskers to points out to 3.8. We can also see that n is equal to 4. So, there are 4 number of students who study for 5 hours, 3 numbers of students who study 4 hours, 3 numbers of students we study for 3 hours, given by n is equal to 3 here. And you can see in the bottom, n is equal to 3. There are 3 numbers of students who study for 2 hours. Now, the process is exactly similar for Minitab 17, 18, or any other older or newer version of Minitab as well. Users have to go to the graph, click the box plot, and choose the with groups option.
Before ending this lecture, let me remind you to join my Lean University's premium membership and enjoy a total free access for limited time inside my Lean University's online library and get tons of free courses, free books, and lecture topics on project management, Lean and Six Sigma, operations and supply chain, productive and preventive maintenance, quality maintenance, data science, industry and sales management, Agile and Scrum, Kaizen or continuous improvement, and much more totally free. No strings attached. As we have limited seats, only the early subscribers will be given open access inside the premium membership, and remember, it's totally free. Please subscribe and share the video if you share the common belief that professional education should be accessible to all.